In this video, we'll talk about a protocol for 16-8 intermittent fasting. If you're keen to try intermittent fasting, you may want to start with 16-8 fasting. This method involves fasting for 16 hours and then having an eating window of 8 hours. It is one of the most popular forms of this way of eating. If you're ready to get started, here is the protocol for 16-8 IF. Choosing an eating window. When you're ready to begin 16-8 fasting, the first thing to do is to choose an eating window. This 8-hour period can be at any time of the day. Therefore, you can choose the right time to suit your preferences and lifestyle. When you have chosen your preferred 8 hours, you must limit your consumption of food to those hours. How do you choose the right hours for you? Lots of people like an eating window of noon to 8 p.m. This is because they can fast overnight, skip breakfast, and then enjoy lunch and dinner at the usual times. They can even add a couple of healthy snacks into their regime. For people who would prefer to have 3 meals a day, a 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. eating window may be best. This allows for breakfast at 9 a.m., lunch at noon, then an early dinner at 4 p.m. Others prefer to wait until early afternoon to break their fast, then to have their last meal later before bed. Whichever eating window you choose, make sure it's one that fits with your lifestyle patterns. If you choose wrongly, you won't be able to stick to your diet. Planning healthy foods. To maximize the benefits of the 16-8 diet, you should eat healthy foods as much as possible. If you fill up on foods that are rich in nutrients, you won't be hungry or crave unhealthy foods. This will help you to stick to your new way of eating in the long term. While you can enjoy some snacks and treats, you should balance every meal with a variety of whole foods. Some of the best include fruits like bananas, apples, oranges, pears, peaches, and berries. Vegetables like tomatoes, leafy greens, cucumbers, cauliflower, and broccoli. Whole grains like oats, rice, quinoa, buckwheat, and barley. Healthy fats like coconut oil, avocados, and olive oil. Lean protein like poultry, fish, seeds, nuts, eggs, and legumes. If you binge on junk food, you could end up negating the benefits of this diet. Therefore, you should still keep unhealthy choices to a minimum. Choosing calorie-free beverages. You can drink any of your preferred beverages during your eating window, at least within reason. If you drink several family-sized bottles of full-fat soda, you probably won't lose weight. In your fasting window, you need to only consume calorie-free beverages. If you consume any beverage containing calories, you are essentially breaking your fast. This spoils your entire eating regime. Water, green tea, unsweetened coffee, and tea without milk are all good choices. They will also help you to control your appetite and keep you hydrated until you break your fast. A weekly timetable. Your weekly 16-8 eating timetable will vary depending on which eating window you choose. Here are 3 samples to suit different schedules. Early eating meal plan. 8 a.m. breakfast, Monday through Sunday. 10 a.m. snack, Monday through Sunday. 12 noon lunch, Monday through Sunday. Evening calorie-free beverages, Monday through Sunday. Average eating meal plan. 9 a.m. calorie-free beverage, Monday through Sunday. 11 a.m. breakfast, Monday through Sunday. 2 p.m. lunch, Monday through Sunday. 4 p.m. snack, Monday through Sunday. 6 p.m. dinner, Monday through Sunday. Late eating meal plan. 11 a.m. calorie-free beverage, Monday through Sunday. 1 p.m. snack, Monday through Sunday. 4 p.m. lunch, Monday through Sunday. 6 p.m. snack, Monday through Sunday. 9 p.m. dinner, Monday through Sunday. In this video, we'll discuss about is intermittent fasting safe? You may be keen to embark on an intermittent fasting lifestyle, but you might be concerned about safety. After all, not every diet is suitable for everyone. A key factor in safe and successful weight loss is getting sufficient nutrition. If you don't get enough minerals, vitamins, and protein, you could become ill. With too few calories and too restrictive an eating pattern, you may be unable to get enough nutrients. This may cause you to have medical issues. The good news is that intermittent fasting appears to be a safe way of eating for most people. However, there are a few cases in which intermittent fasting should be avoided. Who should avoid intermittent fasting? There are a few groups of people who should take care when they do intermittent fasting. Although they may not need to avoid this lifestyle completely, they will need to show caution. The first is children. Children are growing and developing. They therefore need to eat enough calories every day. They also need to get enough nutrients in the form of minerals and vitamins. Without enough protein, they cannot grow properly. This could lead to a host of problems. Illnesses like scurvy can be caused due to lack of vitamins. Although some experts suggest that children can fast safely, it's something that should be approached with caution. Diabetics should also take care when they do intermittent fasting. It's true to say that IF has a number of potential benefits for diabetics. This is because of the effect on insulin and blood sugar levels. However, there are some possible dangers. If you fast and have diabetes, your blood sugar level could drop dangerously low. This is especially likely if you're taking medication to control the condition. When you don't eat, your blood sugar level will be lower. Your medication could then drop it even further, leading to hypoglycemia. This can make you pass out, feel shaky, or go into a coma. Another problem is that your blood sugar level may get too high when you do eat. This could happen if you consume too many carbohydrates. If you're diabetic, always talk to a health professional before embarking on IF. You will also need to be more aware of the symptoms of low blood sugar. As long as you're cautious about what you eat and avoid hard exercise, you may be fine. The third and fourth groups who may wish to avoid IF are pregnant and breastfeeding women. Doctors usually recommend that these groups don't try intermittent fasting. This is because nutrition is absolutely vital at these stages in a woman's life. Not only is she feeding herself, she's feeding her baby. Therefore, she needs to consume sufficient calories and nutrients to support two people. This can be difficult when fasting intermittently. It should therefore only be attempted under medical supervision. Could intermittent fasting trigger an eating disorder? For most people, intermittent fasting is a successful way of eating that causes no problems. However, there are some people who won't thrive on this lifestyle. Some people have a natural tendency to develop disordered eating behaviors. These people may need to avoid intermittent fasting if it triggers an eating disorder. It's therefore vital to recognize if intermittent fasting is straight into patterns of disordered eating. There are several symptoms to look for. You have anxiety about eating and food. You're feeling extremely fatigued. You're experiencing mood swings, menstrual changes, and problems sleeping. For those who have a genetic predisposition to disordered eating patterns, intermittent fasting can be dangerous. This is because there's a focus on not eating. Most diets focus on lowering your calorie intake by eating low-calorie foods. IF minimizes your calorie intake by avoiding eating during certain periods. This can lead you to ignore the hunger signals of your body. Also, for someone with a tendency to develop eating disorders, you may become afraid of food due to IF. This is because you may start to associate avoiding food with losing weight. Your brain may begin to reward you for not eating and develop a fear of mealtimes. Some people find that IF dieting causes them to binge eat. When they're in their eating window, they end up overindulging on high-calorie foods. This mimics eating disorder behaviors. It's therefore important to be highly aware of any possible signs that your fasting is turning into an eating disorder. What are the side effects of intermittent fasting? Intermittent fasting offers many benefits, but it has side effects too. These may affect each individual differently. Some of the effects you might experience include feeling grumpy, irritable, and grouchy due to hunger, experiencing brain fog or excessive fatigue, obsessing about how much you can eat or what you can eat, persistent dizziness, headaches, or nausea due to low blood sugar, hair loss due to a lack of nutrients, menstrual cycle changes due to rapid weight loss, constipation due to a lack of fiber, protein, vitamins, or fluid, the potential for developing an eating disorder, sleep disturbances. Most people won't experience these side effects to any serious extent. They will also usually disappear after a while. However, for some people, these problems are severe or long-lasting. If so, you may want to stop intermittent fasting until you seek medical advice. Can athletes try intermittent fasting? Some athletes swear by intermittent fasting as a way to improve their athletic performance. However, there's a mixed research on the subject. Some evidence suggests that if you don't consume enough carbohydrates, the duration and intensity of your training will suffer. Meanwhile, other research suggests that IF offers benefits for athletes. Some of the potential benefits include growth hormone increases due to IF. This helps to boost muscle, cartilage, and bone growth. It also improves your immune function, all good for athletes. It improves your metabolic flexibility so you can adapt more easily between energy sources. Your body will be better able to use carbs or fat as a source of fuel. It will also allow you to burn fat for much longer before your body switches to carbs. As a result, your insulin will stay low and your post-exercise recovery will improve. IF reduces inflammation. This aids your post-exercise recovery. When you exercise, you incur a large amount of inflammation that you must recover from. However, the faster that inflammation subsides, the better. IF can speed the process up. There are a few concerns, though. These include, it could cause a testosterone drop that is problematic because it impacts on muscle protein synthesis. You may find it difficult to eat sufficient calories to allow you to gain muscle. Is it safe for women to fast? Many experts say that it's perfectly safe for women to fast. However, there is evidence that women have a greater sensitivity to starvation signals. When the body senses starvation, it increases production of ghrelin and leptin, the hunger hormones. This causes a negative energy balance and often wild mood swings as a result. Women are also prone to other hormonal imbalances if they do IF. This can cause menstrual cycle difficulties. It may also interfere with the production of thyroid hormone. This could be problematic for anyone suffering from autoimmune conditions. That doesn't mean, though, that women can't try intermittent fasting. It only means that they need to take more care. It may be better for women to begin with a gentler form of IF. Rather than a long fast, a 12 to 14 hour fast may be the best option. Some women thrive on intermittent fasting, while others find it doesn't suit them at all. It's worth experimenting to see if it works for you. In this video, we'll talk about addressing common questions. When you're keen to start intermittent fasting, you'll want all the information you need at your fingertips. Although we've addressed all the key points in the first 9 chapters, there are a few more questions to answer. Here we address some of the most common questions about intermittent fasting. Hopefully, the answers will help you to make a final decision about whether IF could be right for you. It should help you to get started with your new lifestyle, exercise, and fasting. Many people wonder whether they can carry on exercising if they're fasting. In most cases, intermittent fasting won't stop you from working out in the long run. It may take a little time, though, to adjust to your new regime. Some people who follow this lifestyle even find they're more energetic while fasting. Some people worry that they'll lose muscle if they fast. This is something that is a danger with any diet. However, you can avoid this happening. If you eat plenty of protein in your eating window and do regular resistance training, you should be fine. It's advisable to exercise at the end of your fasting period. Usually, you'll feel hungry around 30 minutes after finishing your workout. If you break your fast at that time, you'll feel satisfied. What should you eat during your eating window? When you follow an IF lifestyle, there are no restrictions about what you can eat in your eating window. This is why it's so different from other ways of dieting. You aren't restricted to amounts or specific food types. However, it's wise to remember that you should still make healthy choices. If you overindulge regularly, you won't see the benefits of IF. The best solution is to eat a balanced diet in your eating window. This will help you to maintain your energy level while still losing weight. Foods that are dense in nutrients like seeds, beans, nuts, whole grains, vegetables, and fruits are good choices. You should also consume plenty of lean protein. There are certain foods that are especially beneficial if you follow this way of eating. Avocados. Yes, they're high in calories. However, they are packed with monounsaturated fats. This makes them very satiating. If you add a half avocado to your meal, you'll feel much fuller. Fish. You should try to eat a minimum of 8 ounces of fish every week. Fish is packed with protein, healthy fats, and vitamin D. It's also good for your brain health. Cruciferous vegetables. Foods such as cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, and broccoli are good choices. They're packed with fiber to help you avoid constipation and feel more full. Potatoes. Many people worry that potatoes are bad for you. However, they're very satisfying and will keep you full for longer. Legumes and beans. Although these are carbs, they're low calorie and give you lots of energy. They are also packed with protein and fiber. Probiotics. Eating foods rich in probiotics like sauerkraut, kefir, and kombucha helps keep your gut happy. This will help you to avoid stomach issues when you're adjusting to this diet. Berries, strawberries, blueberries, and others are packed with nutrients like vitamin C. They're also rich in flavonoids, something that is known to boost weight loss. Eggs. Every egg has a massive 6 grams of protein. Simple and quick to cook, eggs make you feel full. Nuts. Yes, nuts are high in calories. However, they're packed with polyunsaturated fat that helps you feel full. Whole grains. Yes, whole grains are also carbs. However, they're full of protein and fiber. You don't need to eat too much to feel full for longer. A study has even shown that eating whole grains can boost your metabolism. What can you have in your fasting period? So you know what you can eat in your eating window. What can you have in your fasting period? The answer depends on which fast you're doing. If you're doing the 5-2 diet, you can eat up to 500 or 600 calories on your fast days. Obviously, that's quite restrictive. So you can maximize the amount you can eat by including lots of low-calorie, high-nutrient foods. Vegetables and fruits are staples of your fast days. If you're doing any of the other fasting methods, you can't eat any solid foods at all. You also can't have any drinks that contain calories. Luckily, though, there are lots of beverages you can have to stay hydrated. It's obvious that you should have lots of water in your fasting window. Sparkling and still water are both fine. If you wish, you can add a squeeze of lime or lemon for a little more flavor. You could also add more flavor with some orange or cucumber slices. You can't add any artificially sweetened enhancers, though. These could damage your fast. Another good beverage for your fast period is black coffee. It contains no calories and won't affect your insulin levels. You can have decaffeinated or regular coffee, but don't add milk or sweeteners. If you want more flavor, try adding cinnamon or other spices. Some people say that black coffee could enhance IF benefits. Caffeine may support the production of ketones. It can also help to support a healthy level of blood sugars in the long run. A note of warning, though, some people find that if they drink coffee during their fast, they get an upset stomach or racing heart. You may need to take care to monitor how you feel if you drink black coffee. If you're fasting for 24 hours or longer, try vegetable or bone broth. Don't use bouillon cubes or canned broth, though. It's full of artificial preservatives and flavors that will damage your fast. Make it at home for the best results. Tea can also help you feel full. You can drink any type of tea in your fasting window. Oolong, black, green, and herbal tea are all fine. Tea also helps to improve your fasting by supporting cellular and gut health as well as probiotic balance. Green tea is especially good for managing weight and helping you feel full. Apple cider vinegar offers many health benefits. You can add this to the list of things you can have during your fasting period. It will support your blood sugar level and digestion. It could even boost the results of your fasting. There are, however, some drinks that you need to avoid while you're fasting. You may not realize that zero-calorie sodas can break your fast. While diet sodas technically have no calories, they've been shown to inhibit fasting's positive effects. This is because they get their sweet flavor from aspartame or other artificial sweeteners. These trigger your insulin response. You should therefore avoid drinking them in your fast window. Many people ask whether they can have coconut water or almond milk in their fast period. While both of these are healthy options and benefits for your wellness, they contain lots of sugar. Since sugar is a carbohydrate, you'll no longer be fasting if you consume it. You shouldn't drink these beverages in your fasting period. One very common question is whether it's possible to drink alcohol if you're doing an IF diet. It's important to limit your consumption of alcohol to your eating window. This is because most alcoholic drinks contain a lot of calories and sugar. Therefore, drinking them will break your fast. Also, alcohol will have more effect on you if you have an empty stomach. Even a single glass of wine may make you feel unwell. Can children try intermittent fasting? There is no specific evidence to say whether it's safe for children to try intermittent fasting or not. Some experts say that it's perfectly fine, especially for those who are already overweight. Others say it's a bad idea since children are going through a period of rapid growth. They need sufficient calories to support their development and growth. Children need to eat enough protein, vitamins, and minerals. If they don't get enough, they could become ill. It's probably wise to speak to a doctor before putting a child on an IF diet. Is fasting unhealthy? It's only natural for people to ask whether fasting is unhealthy. Those who extol the virtues of more traditional diets say that fasting could slow your metabolism. This could cause you to put on weight, not lose it. Therefore, they say fasting is unhealthy. However, this isn't the case at all. People have been fasting for centuries with no ill effects. Studies carried out on people during Ramadan have shown that extended fastings cause no health issues for most people. There are a few issues to bear in mind, though. Fasting isn't for everyone. Some people find it difficult to fit into their lives. They struggle to sustain this lifestyle for extended periods. They may find it difficult to fit in socializing, work, and exercise around fasting windows. This can lead to an inconsistent eating schedule that may have unhealthy consequences. There are a few other issues to consider, too. Some people who try IF begin to lose touch with the signals that tell them that they're full and hungry. This can make it hard to stick to IF in the long run without developing an eating disorder. Some people who are prone to eating disorders become obsessed with food and eating. Some binge during their eating window. Others push their fasting further and further and become fixated with not eating. It's therefore important to approach IF with caution if you have a history of disordered eating. On the whole, though, IF isn't just not unhealthy. It can be positively good for you. It can help you to effectively manage your weight and avoid obesity. It can improve your metabolism and your insulin resistance. It can also decrease your inflammation and boost your cell repair, as well as support a healthier gastrointestinal tract. In this video, we'll talk about a protocol for 24-hour intermittent fasting. If the 16-8 diet isn't right for you, you may want to consider 24-hour fasting. This is known as the Eat, Stop, Eat method. It involves 1 or 2 non-consecutive days of fasting every week. Introduction to the Eat, Stop, Eat method. This method was devised by Brad Pallone, who wrote a book about this way of eating. His methodology was based on Canadian research into the effect of short-term fast on metabolic health. The idea behind Pallone's method is to reevaluate all you've learned about timing of meals and meal frequency. This diet is quite easy to implement. You simply choose 1 day or 2 consecutive days of the week in which you won't eat for 24 hours. You can eat normally on the other 5 or 6 days. It's advisable, though, to eat healthily for the best results. Although it sounds counterintuitive, you'll still be eating on every calendar day with this fast. How does this work? Imagine you decide to fast from 9 a.m. on Monday until 9 a.m. on Tuesday. You eat your last meal on Monday morning before 9 a.m. You can then eat your next meal on Tuesday morning after 9 a.m. During your fasting hours, you should stay well hydrated. Drink lots of water and other beverages with no calories like unsweetened, milk-free tea or coffee. Choosing your fasting days. If you want to try the Eat, Stop, Eat method, you'll need to choose the right fasting days for you. This will be down to individual choice. First, you'll need to choose whether to fast for 1 day or 2. You'll probably find it easier to start out with 1 fasting day per week. When you're used to it, you can increase it to 2 days weekly. Don't exceed that number of days, though. Some people find it easier to fast at the weekend because they don't have to focus on work. Others would prefer to fast on work days so they have distractions to stop them from thinking about food. You will need to determine your own preferences. Remember, though, if you choose to do 2 days of fasting, they cannot be consecutive. This would be too long an extended period of fasting. You may wish to space your 2 fast days out fairly evenly. Alternatively, you may wish to space them just a day apart, then enjoy eating the rest of the week. You may need to experiment to find the right pattern for you. A weekly timetable. These are some sample timetables to help you plan your 24-hour fasts. 1 day fast meal plan. Tuesday at 9 a.m. to Wednesday at 9 a.m. 2 day fast meal plan. Tuesday at 9 a.m. to Wednesday would be your fast, and Thursday at 9 a.m. to Friday at 9 a.m. would be your other fast. You may prefer to begin your fast period at an earlier or later hour of the day. We have suggested 9 a.m. to 9 a.m. on the next day. However, you may prefer 7 a.m. to 7 a.m. or even 12 noon to 12 noon. You need to choose the right times for you, as well as the right days. In this video, we'll discover about other types of intermittent fasting. Although 24-hour and 16-8 intermittent fasting are the 2 most popular types, there are several others. Here we'll take a closer look at 5 other kinds of fasting regimes that several people follow. 24 fasting. 24 fasting is sometimes called the warrior diet. It is one of the earliest diets to involve intermittent fasting. Made popular by Ori Hofmeckler, a fitness expert, this diet involves eating 1 large meal in the evening. This large meal takes place in a 4-hour eating window. During the other 20 hours of the day, only small amounts of raw vegetables and fruits can be eaten. The food choices for this diet should be healthy, similar to those on the paleo diet. They should be unprocessed whole foods that contain no artificial ingredients. A timetable for this diet looks like this. Midnight to 4 p.m. small amounts of fruits and vegetables, Monday through Sunday. 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. large meal, Monday through Sunday. 8 p.m. to midnight fast, Monday through Sunday. 5-2 fasting. This popular form of intermittent fasting involves eating normally for 5 days every week. The remaining 2 days, calories should be restricted to 500 to 600. Sometimes called the fast diet, this way of eating was made popular by Michael Mosley, a journalist. Women are recommended to eat 500 calories on their fasting days. Men can have 600 calories on their fast days. You can choose which 2 days you prefer to fast. However, it's best if they aren't consecutive. On those days, you can choose to eat 1 meal or 2 small meals. Many people prefer to eat 2 meals of 250 to 300 calories each. This is a sample timetable for this way of eating. Tuesday and Friday, eat 500 to 600 calories. 36-hour fasting. The 36-hour fast plan means you'll be fasting for a full day. Unlike the eat, stop, eat method, you won't be eating something every calendar day. If, for example, you finish dinner at 7 p.m. on day 1, you skip all your meals on day 2. You won't eat your next meal until day 3 at 7 a.m. This equals a 36-hour fast. There is some evidence to suggest that this kind of fasting period can produce a quicker result. It may also be beneficial for diabetics. It may also be more problematic though, since you'll be going for extended periods without food. A timetable for this eating plan looks like this. Tuesday from midnight all the way to Wednesday 7 a.m. fast. Alternate day fasting. This way of fasting means that you fast for a full 24 hours every alternate day. Some versions of this IF diet allow you to eat up to 500 calories on your fast day. Others only allow you to have calorie-free beverages. This isn't the best option for any newcomers to intermittent fasting. You go to bed feeling hungry several nights each week. This is hard to maintain in the long term. A timetable for this way of eating looks like this. Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, midnight to midnight, fast. Extended fast. Following the 16-8 or eat, stop, eat method is quite simple. Some people, though, are keen to push the benefits of intermittent fasting to the limit. They prefer to do a 42-hour fast. This involves eating dinner on day 1, say at 6 p.m. All meals would be skipped on the next day. On day 3, you would then eat your breakfast at noon. This would be a total fasting time of 42 hours. If you try this way of eating, you shouldn't restrict your calorie intake during your eating window. It's technically possible to extend fast for longer periods of time. In fact, the world record stands at 382 days. Of course, that isn't recommended. Some people do try 7 to 14-day fast, due to the theoretical benefits they are said to provide. Some people say that a 7-day fast can help prevent cancer. Others say that longer fasts promote mental clarity. These benefits are unproven and are theoretical. It's probably best, therefore, to stick to one of the tried and tested IF plans outlined earlier. Now you know the benefits and possible problems associated with intermittent fasting. If you're ready to try it yourself, this video course should tell you everything you need to know to get started. Identify why you want to try intermittent fasting. You may want to lose weight or improve your health. You may just want to see if it makes you feel more focused and energetic. If you know which benefits you'd like to see, you'll be in a better position for success. You'll also be able to prioritize the strategy and foods that will be best for your goals. As you've seen in this video course, there are several different IF plans to choose from. You'll need to consider which one is right for you. You may prefer a daily approach with something like the 16-8 diet. Alternatively, a weekly plan like alternate day fasting or 5-2 may suit you best. You'll need to consider your schedule and your personal preferences. Think about the times you get up and go to bed. When do you tend to get hungry? How busy are you during your day? Do you work out? The answers to these questions will help you choose your eating window. If intermittent fasting is going to be successful for you, it needs to work effectively around your lifestyle. You need to be sure that you can keep your diet in the long term. You'll only be able to do that if it fits in with your needs. Remember that intermittent fasting should make your life easier, not harder. If it's too difficult to follow, you'll give up too quickly. You should try to follow the diet for a minimum of a month to see if it's working for you. When you get intermittent fasting right, you should reap the benefits quickly. Not only should you lose weight, you should feel more energetic and healthy. You'll feel more focused and experience a wealth of health and wellness benefits. From a reduced chance of developing diabetes to a potentially longer lifespan, the advantages are numerous. So what are you waiting for? It's time to give intermittent fasting a try for yourself. You're sure to experience the benefits.